metal monthly, no new metal monthly. Howdy, Banger pals. Blaine Smith joining you for another Metal Monthly, Bangers Monthly look at what's coming out in metal releases. If you're new around here, the way the show works is I find you the 5 best underground metal albums coming out every single month. Wow, Blaine, that's really nice of you. Thanks, I appreciate that. No worries. But before we get to the underground, we have to sometimes acknowledge the metal above ground with our BangerTV new and noteworthy metal release calendar. So March 1st, which is now in the past, sometimes Tuesdays fall weird. Don't bug me about it. Anyways, Bruce Dickinson released The Mandrake Project on BMG. Ministry released Hopium for the Masses on Nuclear Blast. Sheer Mag released Playing Favorites on Third Man. March 8th, Metal Lords, Metal Gods, Judas Priest are back with Invincible Shield on Epic. Midnight are releasing Hellish Expectations on Metal Blade, and Sonata Arctica are releasing Clear Cold Beyond on Atomic Fire. March 15th, you've got Aborted releasing Vault of Horrors on Nuclear Blast. Dragon Force are releasing Warp Speed Warriors on Napalm. Necrophobic are releasing In the Twilight Gray on Century Media. March 22nd, you've got Hammer King releasing Konig Kaiser on Napalm. You've got Leaves' Eyes releasing Myths of Fate on AFM. And March 29th, closing out the month, we got 5 Fridays, so we got 5 Fridays worth of releases in March. Coffins are releasing Sinister Oath on Relapse. Coffin Storm, hey, it's a storm of coffins, there's 2 coffins, are releasing Arcana Rising on Peaceville, and Sum 41 are releasing Heaven X Hell, Heaven Cross Hell, Heaven versus Hell, Heaven or Hell, you decide, on Rise. Those are the big and noteworthy and new whatever. Let's get to the records I'm excited about. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm excited about a bunch of those records. Coffins and Coffin Storm on the same day? Who doctor? That's a lot of coffins. Speaking of records I'm extremely excited about, Ddsrit, Nocturnal Will, Wolves of Hades, March 22nd. Is Swedish black metal. We put a black metal album cover on there with artwork by Bernie because it's a black metal record. But you know what this band does with most black metal genres? Kicks the dick off them. Holy hell. They manage like the prettiness of post-black without that sickly sweet guitar tone that just ruins the atmosphere of black metal. They manage the fun high energy of Viking black metal without the whole that's not what Vikings were actually like, cringy historical inaccuracies. And they managed to just jam in endless melodic guitar parts without kind of crossing over into the genre fence-sitting boredom that is melodic black metal. Sorry. How do they do this? That's a lot to do. They do it by partially with just the right injection of punk kind of energy, but they mainly do it by just being really, really, really good. Like, so good. Like, even by my standards, this thing is phenomenal. You gotta admit it sounds good. You heard it. You heard it. Well, got some good news and some bad news. There's 4 more records. The next record doesn't sound so nice. Up next, we've got Septage, Septic Worship, Intolerant Spree of Infesting Forms on Saco and Ojo Records, coming out March 29th. Brace yourself. Yeah, I warned you. This is Danish deathcore grind with a cover art collage grossness by X Staff and X that's very suitable for the occasion. This record got in here by doing 2 seemingly impossible feats. Number 1 is making gore grind listenable at all. I know the record is incredibly intense, but it's also got a good groove to it. It's got a nice thing going on. This seems to be a regional talent for the Danish that I'd love to explore in a program or a stream over on Twitch. That's right, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Metal Comedy. I research this show. Come hang out. Sorry. They also do a second seemingly impossible feat, which is make quasi-brutal, ultra-low, pig squealy vocals actually work with the music instead of distract from it. They do this by mixing it ultra-low so it actually sits there with the low end. It's like a mom hiding a vegetable I don't like in the meal so that I eat it, and then when it's done, she goes, see, you do like Brussels sprouts. And hey, hats off to them for another just very quick, impressive feat, which is write my new favorite 18-second song. Hell yeah. You don't gotta sneak Brussels sprouts in my food, though. I love those green little brains. Ow. Moving on, Critical Defiance, The Search Won't Fall, Unspeakable Axe Records, March 22nd. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but let's dial back the intensity a little bit with some Chilean thrash. Anyways, I don't know who did the album cover. I love it. I especially love the, I want to say marble border we've got going on over there. Anyways, Critical Defiance, the music. Critical Defiance is your favorite 3 guitar player band. 3 guitar players? That can't be right. Okay, they're your favorite 3 guitar player thrash band, and despite having 3 guitar players, they still manage to give bass frequent chances to shine, which really makes it clear that every other band just doesn't like their bass players. Sorry for this to be the way you find out bass players. But 3 guitar players and a bass player who's constantly coming to the forefront. I'm guessing you've already figured out that this is that great South American all go no slow thrash that they do so well down there. It is. I'll never figure out how this band managed to just be whiling out on their guitar every goddamn second but still craft coherent songs, whether it's a 9-minute album closer or a 44-minute thrash song. Either way, I'm about this record. Either way. Yeah, no, totally. I'll tell him. Hey, man, I just got off the phone with the boss upstairs. He thinks you're coming in a little bit hot on this one. Do you have a record that could dial back the intensity a bit? I have a Death Doom record for you. Hey, you know me, man. I love Death Doom. What are we talking? Some, like, Catatonia, some Anathema, that kind of thing? Oh, yeah, totally. This sounds just like that. This is Slimelord, Chytridiomycosis, whatever, Relinquished on $20 spin, coming out March 8th. Welcome back. This is our first time chatting since I lied to you. This UK Death Doom is definitely pretty gnarly, and so is that album cover by Brad Moore. These records this month have all been a lot, but if you're finding yourself overwhelmed, have you considered not being a bitch? No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Allow me to sell this on. I'll sell this. Okay. What if you could take the intensity of death metal, but make it psychedelic and last for 8 minutes? Did I just describe salvia to you? I think I just described salvia. Well, look, man, I don't know what to tell you. I've been doing this show 4 years. Nothing's going to change. I'm always going to bring records like this. I hope you stay. I do. But I'm going to do nothing to keep you here, except for give you really good records, because holy hell, this is a great record. Oh my God, it's fantastic. It's dizzying and heavy and complex. I just love thinking about the fact that I made an Anathema joke at the start, but technically Anathema and this are the same genre. Metal is wild. Like, I could also slap a progressive tag on this record because it's a progressive record, but progressive is again going to suggest to you softness, and I need to tell you, throughout the whole record, you will not find that here. So if you're wondering how a show can exist that just gives you records this intense, it's because we have a Patreon. We have a Patreon. That's how the channel gets supported. That's how we get our money. If you got a couple of bucks, throw them there so that I can continue bringing you weird heavy metal as opposed to having to pretend I'm enjoying drinking a water bottle that sticks a Glade plug-in in your nose. What the hell is up with that thing? Hey, things got a little heated between us today, so why don't we cleanse our palate with some Dale Earnhardt themed heavy metal. Yes, it's I Am the Intimidator with I Am the Intimidator. Of course, that's going to be an independent release coming out March 8th. Yes, this is some one-man NASCAR-themed heavy metal. Yes, that does appear to be that one man in a race kit with a sword like an idiot on the album cover. Great job. Hey, Blaine, at this point, this is starting to feel a little bit like a gimmick. Is it? Yeah, it's 100% a gimmick. So why is it in here? Well, sometimes, capital S, sometimes, like 1% of gimmicks are just good old-fashioned fun, and that's what this record is. It doesn't overthink things, and I really just thought after the pretty heavy reading list I gave you with the first 4 records, this was just what the doctor ordered. It just nails the brief. Every song sounds like what I imagine driving an F1 car feels like. Hey, Blaine, you said F1 car. I thought this was NASCAR-themed heavy metal. Yeah, no, but like I said, the record's fast and fun, which is what I imagine driving an F1 car feels like. If the record was a boring circle, then maybe I'd imagine more I was driving a stock car. Closing it out with a divisive motorsport joke. Who doctor? Some of you are going to love that joke. Some of you are going to hate that joke. Most of you are going to have no idea what that joke means because you do not watch or care about motorsports. I'm sorry, this was a weird month. A lot of people didn't release records in March, and the only people that did release records in March were absolute psychopaths releasing mental shit. So these are my legitimate 5 favorite records. I'm sorry, I apologize I was so ornery. Please like, comment, subscribe.